Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
You're a really dull class.
We're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which has a beautiful ring.
Biden crime family.
Everyone has AIDS. My grandma and my dog go blue.
Absolute pleasure having everyone here. We're on a time limit, so we're getting started. ABF and Hayden, appreciate having you here as my co-host. Magnum and Atomic as my guest. How are you all doing? Shout all at once.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, I too am enjoying Destiny. I agree with you guys. I'm glad we went back to it.
I like it.
Totally.
I'm upset that I like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Hayden likes what he remembers of it.
Yeah, well, I was drunk when playing it. And if you're a member of our GCA Discord, you can watch that streamed.
Oh, God.
Man, it's a mess.
Oh, dude.
Speaking
Hey,
of messes,
you like the revolver.
yeah, no, we'll talk about it later when we're playing Destiny. We're gonna knock this out. I'm going to speed to do some dog sitting, and we were playing the new campaign. But of course, this is the political stream, and I had lots of topics, but we had too many tabs, and we were talking Epstein today. The last time we did one of these streams, Trump had his little press conference thing when he was next to Bondi, and he threw it over to Bondi to be like, we released all the stuff that matters. There's not really anything there. Don't worry about it. And then over the weekend, usually political news is a little slow on the weekend. And then Trump took to social media, and Kash Patel got out there, and oh God, the base is all sorts of riled up. And I'm actually legit proud. Even the most diehard 110% Trump supporters are finally now 99% Trump supporters, which is all I ask for. I'm not asking anyone to be like 80% Trump. Just be a 99% Trump supporter. That's all.
Even
I'm
Jeremy.
Asking.
Even Jeremy.
We
So,
will get to
yeah.
it.
Yeah. And he's calling Trump out.
Yes, which is really good because I struggled with that during lockdowns. That's why I had to go from politics to the culture war, because people did not want to hold him accountable during lockdowns. And I'm like, well, no one wants me here. I'm going to go do culture war stuff. Everyone's winning. It's way more fun over there. And we're memeing hard. And now we're back to politics because we don't have a choice. Things are getting crazy. So we got to sum this all up. Sean Davis from Federalist does it really well. The Epstein case isn't just another random story people are focused on. It is a proxy for whether the Trump DOJ has what it takes to hold the deep state accountable across the board. And people are rightfully concerned about DOJ's competence given how it has handled the Epstein mess this year. This isn't just about Epstein. This is about Trump versus the deep state. Hayden, sound like you had something you want to slip in there?
Yeah, no, I agree, because it's like I've been saying every time this has gotten brought up. Bondi was involved in Epstein's original case back in, I think it was 2008. Like, I don't remember exactly what her position was, but she was involved in the case. And that's why I didn't like her whenever she was appointed. I figured this was going nowhere. That's why I was calling for just dump the fucking documents.
No way.
And
yeah, she has an anti-2A history as well. So a lot of people.
Yeah, those were the two biggest concerns everyone had. And then 1 second, don't you worry. You'll be getting here too, Google Daily. Pleasure having you here. Love your work, especially your Sydney Sweeney work. You're doing the Lord's work out there. All right. So, Atomic, we haven't had you on. I'd like to hear your opinion on this. Yeah. This is a lot more than just the whole Epstein situation. This is the whole deep state, like, pedo blackmail network, like the top, like, of the elite, and whether or not Trump is actually going to go up against them. How do you feel about this, Atomic?
I think how Trump is currently handling is probably pretty stupid, because I don't like seeing that like today he calling the people who want it evil, like saying that people who want it are evil, and I'm like, what? For
those who didn't see him out by the helicopter today at the White House lawn, he had some more comments today. For those who haven't seen them,
it was a bad. I'm like, this is horrible way to go at this, especially if he's trying to do like a 4D chess kind of thing. Some people are speculating. I'm like, this is not good.
Don't you worry, we'll be getting to the 75.5 DHS. Magnum, pleasure having you back on here. What do you think about all this Epstein stuff?
Yeah, so there's a lot of haze, a lot of crazy talk, you know what I mean, from all angles. But yes, Trump has not handled it well. You know, you don't want to be we want him to be bombastic towards his enemies, but not the MAGA base. You know, like insulting
it's like him
us.
going after Thomas Massey. It's like, come on, there's so many better targets,
like,
bro.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you're not totally infallible from your base. You know what I mean? He thinks he might be, but he's not. So
he hasn't reached the status of God Emperor yet.
Not quite.
He was on the track though.
And
well, the problem is like his whole base is not totally against kings, and will never be for the king.
Pulls up, guys. Pulls up. And if you're pulls up for Bondi, make sure your voice is heard.
But it sounds like they want to release it.
Well, yeah, that's that. Well, now they're kind of changing what they're saying a little bit. Yes, we will get to that.
ABF. Yeah, I'll let you go ahead. Yep.
So, and actually, with the whole polling and whatnot, I just exited out of it. But that originally was a response to the Rasmussen polling, where overnight his polling dropped 4 points, which in politics overnight is huge. ABF, I assume you saw this over the weekend. What's going on with my boys and in some cases, gals? First off, I don't think this was written by Trump. This has got Susie Wiles all over it. It's not Trump's voice in the slightest bit. Yep. ABF, how did you feel when you saw that?
No, they are not handling this correctly. I do think the polls are starting to get his attention.
Speaking of polls, they're up now. Shout out your Barney for 5. Sorry, ABF.
I voted no on Pam Bondi, by the way. I wouldn't. I would refrain.
Well, currently it's yes, no, and if I were drunk is actually 22. So it's a yes, and if I were drunk, 2/3 currently. So let your voices be heard.
Well, definitely if I was drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. All right. So yeah. All right. Now, yeah. Back to seriousness. ABF. What were your thoughts reading this?
I was in the camp of I don't like Pam Bondi from the start, but you know, we need to just get someone in so that we can start doing some good work. And this is the repercussions of that, of me just wanting things to fall.
It was a compromise.
So we can, yep, exactly. So what I actually think that she's going to be out by the end of the year at this point.
Yeah, and I really do think it is Pam. I really do think it is Pam mostly to blame. I don't.
It's got to be multiple people.
Obviously, Trump has to take
names.
some.
We'll be getting into them.
Okay, cool. Yep.
And then, yeah, and that's the thing is everyone normally just wants to blame the people around Trump and then don't give Trump any of the blame despite him being the one putting the people around him. But finally, people are holding him accountable. I genuinely never thought I'd see the pink day. Oh, thank God. And you don't have to be like a Trump. You don't have to black pill. You don't have to be a Trump hater, just 99%. Because if it's 100% or plus, that's a cult of personality. Just get down to that 99%.
Get your employees in line. Get your
you know what it is,
in line.
Erwin, is a lot of people became glued to politics and they just hadn't experienced anything while they were glued to politics. But now that enough time has gone by to where they can see how politics unfolds, they think differently now.
Yes.
So this is a situation where like a lot of the people like you were saying, ABF, like these people did not know anything about politics, ended up getting involved in politics, and then like Erwin was saying, they get attracted to that cult of personality. And
I get it. I get it. And it's my mentality, you're all fired up and stuff. I totally get it. I'm not judging for it.
It's easier.
But the three of us coming from a more political background, we have seen the ins and outs as this stuff goes. And it makes me really happy to see people, even like Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, calling Trump out and being like, no, this is wrong. And I am now seeing more and more people online saying, just dump the documents, which was what I was saying in the beginning. And I know not a great tactic.
But Hayden, that's the problem, as Susie Wiles, Donald Trump points out, and he also tried to point out today, people took it differently, but I think this is what he's talking about, because everyone was demanding she release the files, but I'm like, these are the doctored, like, job files. You're
Now.
demanding they release. So if you have to have a real investigation, and that sort of stuff takes a long time. And that's what we're talking about now, a special prosecutor. So everyone was like, give it to me now or else fire Pam Bondi. Now everyone's like, give us a special prosecutor who will take 2 years to get this. That's good. I'm like, guys. So back to it real quick. So yeah, for years it's Epstein over and over again. Why are we giving publicity to files written by Obama, crooked Hillary, Comey, Brennan, and the losers?
Shit take.
This. Well, but it depends on how you're taking it. What he's meaning is it's the con job. It's the cover up. So you all think that they're going to release what's already the investigation and all of a sudden everything's going to be solved. I'm like, it's the con job that they're going to release. So it's nothing's going to be accomplished with it that you guys want. Honestly, a lot of bad might be accomplished with it. And Trump tried to kind of say that today, and it did not go well because he said that they were made up.
Yeah.
What he meant, I believe what he meant was this.
Yeah.
But instead he used the word made up. It did not go well. ABF?
What I kept saying, and I think what Trump might be explaining in a very, very bad way, in probably the wrong way, is I think that the investigation, if it were to happen, won't work. And I think that they figured that out. And the reason why is because I think too many poison pills have been dropped into it to where they can't actually get anything done. And that's why they don't want to pursue it. Right.
As well as people like the Dershowitz types who may be on the list and may be in it, like Trump, who weren't doing that, but you release it, and you just destroy their lives completely.
Going to ruin a lot of people.
So if we just release the files, right? Because there's no list. We all agree on that, right? It's just files. Okay.
Yeah.
If we release all that, none of those people are going to get in trouble, but their lives are going to get ruined on social media and whatever. They'll probably change their names, get some plastic surgery because they're probably rich.
Democrats
I have
are definitely
been
going to use
saying since this whole thing started, I have been saying that's all we're ever going to get out of it. So release them before they get held somewhere else. And
okay, so
you guys have adequately argued that like trials wouldn't happen, and I said they're not going to, and that's where we're at now.
Hayden, where we're at is a lot of Democrats are currently agreeing with you. StreamYard's not agreeing with me, or I'd be pulling the tab up. There we go. Currently, a lot of Democrats really want to release those files, Hayden.
The reason for that is because the Trump administration stopped it. Now they all assume that Trump is heavily implicated because just like they would do where they wouldn't release anything that actually incriminates them, they think that's what he's doing.
But if they're demanding it, then they know there's nothing that incriminates them in it. And that's what I am saying.
No.
And they're going to release it, and you guys are all going to yell, cover up.
Well, they're all
like, duh, it's a cover up.
The Democrats are fine with having sacrificial lambs as half of their fucking party. They do it all the time.
Epstein clients are not sacrificial lambs. That's bring down the whole system sort of stuff.
No,
those aren't sacrificial
to them,
lambs.
it's sacrificial lambs because they can always just bring somebody else into that position because we know that they use casting agencies to get half of their people in. Like they'll just do that again.
Plus, don't you think like they would just hide the powerful people that they need protected? They would just hide them from they'd have them some way to
I don't think so.
Like,
most of them are out of office already though. And like a lot of the ones that would get implicated are halfway through on their deathbed anyway. So like
Hayden, I think what you're seeing is a lot of Democrats are asking for it to be released, probably because they aren't on it. Because it's just people from like Congress, but it'll actually probably hurt people that were in Senate or once in like Senate or even higher positions. You know what I mean?
But they don't care.
Those people are like, yo, keep it down, you know?
Once somebody gets out of a position of power, they do not care about those people. They are not loyal at all. And they will replace people rapidly. Their entire bench, watch, whenever we come up to the 2028 election, their entire bench is going to be people we don't know and maybe one or two people that we do know the name of. They don't care at all. They will replace those people immediately because if AOC starts running for president, I guarantee you the person that starts to take her seat is somebody that nobody knows of, but then they start to tout as a long
Hayden,
upcoming talent.
The Democrats continue to have the worst polling they've ever had. They have this new
Mhm.
Minneapolis mayor. I like to get candidate. I like to hear Magnum's opinion on. And you saying that they can do a little sacrificial. The fact that we're having this whole discussion shows how important this topic is. And you think they can do some sacrificial lambs? Nah. If they're saying to release this, it's because they will not be damaged by it.
I agree with Hayden for the most part, though.
I think that it's all they care about is damaging Trump, and anybody else who goes with him. That's
including
something
the
they can just
Democrats, and there are probably Republicans involved, but it's going to more implicate Democrats.
They don't give a fuck if Jerry Nadler is implicated. They will replace him immediately.
ABF, you hearing this nonsense? Can be a little reality.
That's no, because they know that their voting base will just vote based on whoever they say this is who to vote for now.
Yeah, but they're shedding that base, Hayden, and it's looking bad, and they need to maintain it.
They're too
gain it
stupid
back.
Well, that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. They're desperate.
What I think is going on,
they are desperate.
We have
go ahead,
we have
ABF.
one group of people asking for it, and those are the people that are not on the list, and then another group of people that are also Democrats, like keeping their mouth shut because they don't want to.
Stephen King and what's his name?
Nikki Haley, I believe, is the one you're looking for.
No,
who agrees with you.
Gavin
Release the
Newsom
Epstein
is also
files. Don't
calling
let
for
the
him.
chips fall where they may. This is why people don't trust. So Nikki Haley agrees with you.
No, it's
How about them apples?
Fucking what's his name? The guy who he played the president in House of Cards. He was accused.
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey is now calling for the release of them. Stephen King is calling for the release.
Yes, they're not on the list. Even though you would think that he's on the list, he's not on the list. That, of course, they would call for it to come out.
But they had previously said, no, don't do that. Investigate it. It's private. But
well, no, investigating it is the right answer back then.
But it wasn't, because we ended up right here where I figured we would end up.
That was the right thing to call for back then.
Stephen King was on the released list of the Jeffrey Epstein flight logs. The names that got leaked out, Stephen King was on that list, and now he's saying release the list.
So was Donald Trump.
Yes.
Was he? I thought his brother was, but he wasn't.
No, they were on the same plane, and he said, "Get this creep out of here," or something like that.
No, it was all of the people that had been
flying
on that
people around.
plane. Yes, it was a charter plane, so that didn't matter.
Yeah.
But Stephen King had said, "Don't release it at first," and then he was saying, "Do release it." As soon as Elon Musk came out and said the reason they won't release it is because Trump is on it.
So, do you think the Democrats, when they left power, they totally created a new bunch of files to make Republicans look bad before they left?
That's not how it works.
Because I don't think it matters. I think if your name is tied to Jeffrey Epstein at all, your life is over.
I still think
it doesn't matter if you met him at a gala. It doesn't matter if you met him at his island, at his house, if you met him at the White House, if Trump met him at Mar-a-Lago.
So you're saying since Democrat voters are willing to vote for pedophiles, then it won't affect them as much as it'll affect Republicans.
I will say this:
Republican voters will not vote for
we saw how the Democrat voters will behave in 2024 when they just blindly supported Kamala Harris.
Yep.
Like without 100%. Question, they blindly.
Who the borders are, which is like responsible for trafficking children.
But their polling is absolute shit. They hate their leaders so much, and this will only make them hate them more. You're trying to do some Democrat 7D chess now, and that's not what's happening. What's happening is they know they are safe. They can demand it to be released because they are going to be good.
So you're saying there are more Republicans on the list or involved than there are Democrats.
I'm saying it's a big old cover-up.
I just assume it's 50-50, and there's probably a whole lot of names that aren't even
uni-party cover-up. A uni-party cover-up.
Yeah, uni-party is fair, but I think that the Democrats don't care because they will just swap another person in that nobody's ever heard of, and their voters will just vote for them because it's been said a million times. They will vote for a moldy ham sandwich in New York if it's got a D next to it.
Okay, so this is the biggest deal ever or not the biggest? Go ahead, ABF. I thought
the Democratic name is a brand, and they are absolutely trying to preserve that. And that's why they always point out, that shooter was donated to Trump or whatever. They're trying to
Yes.
make you feel like one side's better than the
Which
other
one?
constantly.
Which
So
shooter?
I have a rule.
They say that about a lot of them.
I have a rule. If you and the Democrats agree, either you were wrong or they are up to something. And 99% of the time, you're just wrong. I do it to myself all the time to keep myself in check. I'm telling you, you're wrong if all the Democrats and Nikki Haley's are agreeing
don't
with you.
think so.
I'm just telling you.
I think that
it's
they're
very simple.
more likely up to something, and I think they're
Oh,
more
yeah,
likely
that's
up
what you always
to-
think. Exactly, that's what you always think.
Well,
That's why the rule
but-
is you're wrong.
No, but
And-
the
and
thing
that's
that
how you
I
keep
think that
yourself in
they're up
check.
to is the fact that it doesn't matter who you are. If you have a D next to your name, D voters will vote for you.
Hayden has a point because CNN and MSNBC will just deny whatever they say, whatever they release anyway, if it affects Democrats.
They're not denying the polling they keep showing of Democrats.
Okay,
being
listen,
the
I was
I'm just
right
saying
about
when
this.
when it
I
comes
feel
out,
like
they'll
I'm
just-
right about what I'm saying now. Like I was
Hayden,
right
you
about
were
where
wrong.
we ended up.
You were wrong about the Epstein files, and you were changing history to pretend
was
you were
right.
right.
I was
I called
right.
all of this stuff so accurately, and me and you were on the opposite sides of the fence on this.
I
Hayden,
said
you are
we will not
right.
ever get anything.
Hayden, you are right
release
about
it.
part of the voter base of the Ds, but there are the swing voters, and those are the
Yeah.
ones that matter. Those are the ones that we need
Correct.
to make happy, and that's what Democrats are going to shed.
Yes,
Don't-
I agree with
that's,
that.
That's a
but-
bad thing. That's a
but
bad thing on
most
Democrats'
of New
part.
York, most of LA, most of all of these big deep blue voter places, they don't pay attention to shit. And if it's just got a D next to it, they're just going to vote it, and then they're going to go on with their lives and their barbecues and their pool parties and their Christmas that they have because they're so
While
wearing their
big and
masks.
holiday.
So you think the Democrats are going to just absolutely blow up themselves, and it's going to be fine because their
Yes,
voter base will just
because they will put
I hope
anybody
that's-
in
I
there,
hope that's
and
what's
their
happening.
voter base is too stupid to realize that their people were also involved in a terrible thing and just listen, vote D.
To play devil's advocate, that's what the Democrats do is
Yeah.
destroy and rebuild. That's their whole manifesto.
Well, plus like in 2016 when in 2020 and 2016 we saw people saying vote blue no matter who, and people were saying
Yes.
they'd literally vote for Adolf Hitler over Donald
But-
Trump.
see.
Absolutely.
We're having two different conversations with like
Yeah.
No,
the Democrats
my
are-
point is
No, I say the Democrats
My-
are
yeah.
sheep, but that doesn't mean that all of a sudden they're going to blow up the Democrat Party by implicating all themselves in the Epstein scandal.
And the older
They
ones
don't
are still
have
in
to
charge.
blow up the
It's
entire
quite the
party,
lead.
Irwin. All they have to do is knock out a couple of leadership positions, and then they move in the lower into the
who are
big
they?
leadership
Okay, who are they
positions.
knocking? Who are they knocking out?
The ones pulling
Well, they
out
could
the
I feel
knock
like
out Hillary Clinton.
Nadler. I feel like Nadler's probably somewhere listed in there, but I can't tell you who's on the list. But like,
I mean, who are
there would-
currently in government as well? And
yes, Nadler, like I said. But like, there would be some of the high ups that would be on the list because that was around the time that it all happened. They would be on that list, and there would only be a few of them that would poof up, and there would only be a few Republicans that would poof up, but it would destabilize both parties. Then all they have
It
to
is
do
possible
is
just
take
to
some
have
of
a
their
membership.
lower levels and move them up into those higher positions, and then they can pick a nameless person and go, okay, now you're going to be this House seat. You're going to be this senator, because they do that shit
Okay.
all the fucking time.
so
destroy
if
and
you-
rebuild.
I have another rule. If you ever think anyone's playing 7D chess, you're 100% wrong 100% of the time.
I agree
it's
with
not
both you
70
guys.
cents.
I agree with both you guys.
What?
To an extent, I'm kind of like on the fence here. You know,
All right, let's
It's-
get.
You got a lot of
Simply
tabs, a lot of tabs.
you kill off the higher ups, you move other people up, and then you rename
will someone please
somebody
clip this
because-
for when Hayden's inevitably completely wrong and says
Hans.
he's completely right about it?
I
please?
was right about the Epstein files and
Today
ended up
was
where we
July
are now.
15th, 2025.
Your answer was release them all, screw all the 13-year-old kids and whatnot, and fuck everyone over. Release them all was your answer.
Yes,
But
my
that's
answer
the problem.
was release
Is you
all the
would have
names.
released a con job, and we know it's a con job that would get released because all of the Democrats want it released, Hayden.
And now we've
Okay.
got the president of the United States, MAGA Trump, saying, "Don't fucking worry about it anymore."
Jessica Lindstrom for 8 months. Hi guys, don't be a gay anime boy like a certain someone.
All right, Jess.
I have no
Shots
idea who
fired.
she's talking about.
Jesus.
Hey, it's nice to see that Jess can actually get memberships, though.
Oh yes.
She
We
probably
treat her
pays
nice
for that
around
one
here.
herself.
No, she's a lady. She doesn't pay for her own membership.
She's
That's
never
crazy.
got a gifted membership here.
Never. Oh,
Well, okay. Hey, HBF is currently in remission, and if
Nope.
we didn't already hit Jess, well, we would now. Who else we're getting? Scatter. I love seeing all these people I've never seen. We got the Little Can, Experiment
J
626, Critical Hit Gaming, Captain Killaguns, the Original Fuzz. All these people I had no idea are
Twisted Jack?
subscribed to me.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
I got Sassy Sasquatch.
Nice. SBA. Yeah, you got some good ones. All right. I believe we have another clip for that.
Oh, is that what you want?
Yup.
Because that's how you get ants.
Yay.
I mean, it is how you get ants. And the last one of my favorites. So, ABF, hold on. I believe we have a little slurring going on. Don't be a ginger demonetized. Shout out Norman. I appreciate you. I have no idea who we would be talking about, though. Most not even on the panel. Okay, so ABF, you're up next with this one. Kash Patel, the conspiracy theories just aren't true, never have been. It's honor to serve with President of the United States, Trump, and I'll continue to do so for as long as he calls on me.
I thought he was about to leave his job because he actually wanted the investigation or the files to come out, right?
Oh, yeah, we will be discussing, allegedly Bongino.
That's the most FBI and CIA level friggin' take that all the conspiracy theorists are wrong.
I used to like Kash Patel.
I lost so much respect for him, especially just seeing that.
So, people were so in denial that they wanted to say, well, the leaked memo, of course, would be interesting to know who leaked that. Oh, it's not signed. It's not signed. 70 chess, guys. It's not signed. Oh, but here's the problem. Todd Blanche, Deputy AG, the one who actually runs the Justice Department. A lot of people don't realize that Pam Bondi is not the one doing the day-to-day running the Justice Department. It's the deputy. And then same for the FBI. It's not Kash Patel. It's actually Dan Bongino, the deputy. Those are the ones who actually run the stuff. The others are more like CEO figurehead kind of director positions.
Yeah,
I work closely.
I was gonna say they do the PR.
Yeah,
So that's
exactly.
the
Yeah, they're
directors
the
do
face.
PR. Yeah.
I work closely with Director Kash and Bongino on the joint FBI and DOJ memo regarding the Epstein files. All of us signed off on the contents of the memo and the conclusions stated in the memo. The suggestion by anyone that there's any daylight between the FBI and DOJ leadership on this memo's composition and release is patently false. If you think anyone is doing 70 chess, you are 100% wrong 100% of the time. ABF, I'm throwing something in private chat, and everyone was still doing the 70 chess stuff. Well, today, Trump discussed this, and the 70 chess people aren't handling it very well.
This was a very dumb take from Trump. Very dumb.
He really, by saying made up, he really means to say like doctored, covered up.
Mm-hmm.
But the way he says it made up makes it sound
frickin'
like all of us just got scammed, and that's just the whole Epstein issue is made up, which I don't think is what he actually means here. ABF, roll the clip. Let's see what everyone else thinks he actually means here.
No, she's given us just a very quick briefing, and in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen. And I would say that, these files were made up by Comey. They were made up by Obama. They were made up by the Biden we went through years of that with the Russia hoax, with all of the different things that we had to go through. We've gone through years of it. But she's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release. Yeah.
So anyone ready for Pam Bondi to get all fired and to save the day? So I'm not sure Trump wrote that Truth Social. A lot of times he dictates his social media, and then sometimes a lot of people don't realize that it's like interns and staff
He doesn't
that
have
write
time
a
for
lot
that.
of his stuff.
No, he doesn't have time for that.
And then a lot of the speeches that make you love Trump, those were written by like Stephen Miller and other like speechwriters and whatnot. So it's like a lot of like that's why I say is like the Trump in your head is not the actual Trump in the White House, and a lot of that Trump in people's head was created by other people. And so it's just like, guys, let's just calm down. Reality. Let's be a little pragmatic and call some balls and strikes here.
I speak fluent Trump, and I understand what he's saying when he misspeaks.
Yeah,
and I also can tell when it's his tweet and not someone else's. You know what I mean? So that's how when you know Trump, you know when it's him or not.
He didn't say when he says thank you for your attention to this matter, I assume that's because he's dictating it and he wants a little like sign off or something like that.
I did not hear that Epstein files are a hoax when I heard him talk just now.
Oh, okay, that's what I was about to ask. You didn't catch a Patriot when you heard the made up. Did that sound like he was saying all the Epstein stuff was made up, or did you feel like a cover up?
I think it's more of a cover up. I don't think it's poor wording, honestly, is what it was. It was saying made up and then comparing it to the Russia hoax, dude. That
was the terrible cherry on top. Hayden,
I was like, I saw that. That's when I dropped my head. I was like,
he's basically using it as an example of how they do work with shit. So that's what I'm saying when I speak fluent Trump. I understand what he's talking about. But
is it deep state con job?
Yes, it was poorly worded. Like to the average Joe, that doesn't make sense to them unless they listen to Trump talk all the time.
Well, Hayden ain't no average Joe. What did you think of it, Hayden? And then we'll go to ABF.
Honestly, it upset me because I could tell that like this, it wasn't Trump speaking. It was very how do you say, staged, I guess.
Performed.
Yeah. It was performative. It was just trying to get people off Pam Bondi's back. And I have not been a fan of Pam Bondi ever.
And don't worry, we literally have a Pam Bondi segment. You'll get to air your grievances for sure.
Yeah, it was for now, stupid. It was a bad move.
Okay, now ABF, what'd you think of this one? Did you take it as badly as some have?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that I can't even believe that he would say that and not realize what that means to say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's stupid.
You can't tell people that's causing your poll numbers to fall. That what is causing the poll numbers to drop is because they believe in something that's made up.
He's losing a bunch of black support
and that they're bad people.
Black people hate two-tier justice. Literally. Yep. People wanting to go after the deep state and get like justice for all is polls as well as like deportation and like stopping mass immigration. It's one of the most popular subjects. And to say, oh, it's all made up, or as he's previously said, oh, no one cares. Why are we still talking about it? Like we talked originally, it's not just about Epstein. It's him going after the deep state. It's does he have the strength, the balls, the backbone, the heart, the drive to go after them? Currently, it's not looking that way. Yeah. Patriot, you look like you want to say something?
I don't have anything to say right now.
What if I told
wrapping
you though,
my head around that?
So all the Democrats want to get it released, and all but one Republican on the House Rules Committee blocked a motion to allow Congress a vote on releasing them. One Republican said, "Yeah, let's have a vote on releasing them." All of the other Republicans said, "Nah, let's not have a vote to release the Epstein files." How's that?
That looks a lot worse. That looks a lot worse to me.
That looks bad. I don't know if this is true though. I heard that the reason why it was stopped was because there was a lot of CP in it.
No, because so what they wrote into the bill.
And there's a crypto bill.
This was another like pork-filled bill, and this was some of the pork that they put in.
Yeah. Crypto and defense bill. What?
They said
crypto and defense bill should be a thing.
This actually was a smart move on the Democrats' part, is to add the Epstein release on a bill that would almost certainly fail, just so you can call them out for the next few months.
The wording was
this is a smart move by the Democrats.
And
the
wording 30 days
was to release everything regarding Epstein, which would have meant they would have had to release the CP
all the videos
as well.
Yeah, and it would be it would be hosted on a .gov website.
Yep.
And
I would not vote for that either.
So
that would
anyone anyone who says just release everything, maybe we should listen to them.
I don't want everything. I just want like the pertinent information that we need to know.
Yes, and you need a real investigation for that, and it would take time to do that, or otherwise we have the con job cover up we can put out, and the
then whenever
Democrats
you
are gonna
have the
trick
time, they do the con job cover up. So
we're going to get to the special prosecutor, which itself is just going to be a super long, drawn out cover up as well.
I just think release it all. Of course, protect the freaking victims and all that. Don't out them.
Well, then you need new time and
can't release it all then.
And
well, that's the issue. Like,
the problem is
that's why we need to
ask
ask
completely.
That's why we need to ask for investigations, AP, because he can't just release the names. It needs to be gone through,
exactly
through an investigation phase, which
Trump
just
said,
isn't happening.
Trump said, like when he was talking, he was like, he doesn't want people to get hurt just because they're on the same flight with the guy. It just happened to be in the vicinity. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people will get ruined just for being around the guy.
The Dershowitz argument.
But the thing is, like I said, it's an Ouroboros. Right, it's the snake eating its own tail. Yeah. It's an endless cycle of we don't get shit unless it's just dumped. And dumped, I mean, don't release the CP. Don't do any of that shit.
Yeah, that's unnecessary.
I'm a Matt Gaetz enjoyer. We'll be getting to some stuff you guys won't be happy about. And I try to say, even if we had Matt Gaetz, this would probably still be happening.
Yeah.
And anyone who wants a special prosecutor, I got some news for you, Q-tards. It's not going to work out very well.
It's not going to work.
Sorry. All right. So, getting back to some tabs. So it's not just Rokana. Thomas Massey as well as Rokana, introducing the Epstein Files Transparency Act, a bipartisan bill to require the AG to release it in 30 days. So they're still going forward with it. Bipartisan bills. I don't know about you guys. I hate bipartisan bills. Bipartisan bills means Democrats are supporting it. I don't want anything passed that Democrats support. Automatically,
is
if
a Democrat,
bipartisan, I don't
piece
support it.
of shit.
100%, and he wants to release it, which says to me it's only going to be damaging to Republicans. All right, and then just a reminder, Matt Gaetz, I desperately wanted him to be Attorney General. I still don't think he would do it. And then we got everyone, for real though, do you think Pam Bondi should be fired? Josiah, I've been saying it for months. Okay, well,
hey, Josiah rises.
The new talking, and then this is what we see. Jake Martin, Jesus H. Okay, one second. Let me get through a little bit more of this segment. Megyn Kelly says that Harmeet Dillon should replace Pam Bondi as Attorney General. Yeah, get rid of Pam Bondi. That will solve everything, guys. And then Luke Rutkowski points out the new talking point is out. They're going to try to scapegoat and blame everything on Pam Bondi when in reality she is just following orders and doing what she is told.
Luke has PBS like crazy.
Harmeet, he definitely does. He also reality checks us a lot, and I really appreciate his doing that. And this is exactly when we need him to be doing that. And then here's Harmeet Dillon. Team Trump, your attention to this matter. So Harmeet Dillon's like, bros, you guys need a Pam Bondi's the bestest. So
honestly, I agree with Isaac.
Anyone who thinks that, he's first off that you think he's about to fire Bondi and ain't happening. As someone else was pointing out on a Republican was pointing out on CNN is she's way too high up. It's way too embarrassing to fire someone like her. Jeff Sessions should have been fired for a long time. It took so long to get rid of him, and then he was replaced with someone even worse, Bill Barr, and that's the situation we are going to be in again.
Trump, ironically, barely fires anyone whenever he's president of the United States.
Yeah,
like his last administration, he only fired a couple of people, and it was like after a long time of people calling for them to be fired.
Yeah, they like threw a grenade in the room and deserved to be fired.
Super effective.
Shut up.
Go ahead.
Get $50 stickers. Who does that, bro? Shut out. Appreciate you so much. God bless it, you guys.
Now, how about a smooch, huh?
Another jump kick.
Erwin, have you been practicing karate in the garage again?
Yes, I've also
in his bedroom, dude. He's been doing it in the bedroom.
So, have you guys ever heard of Star Wars kick? I hit myself in the nose. It kind of hurt.
Well, That just means you messed up proper sword
He was
fighting
hurt in his own
technique.
confusion.
All I would have to do is just hold my
It was
lightsaber
super
out,
effective.
and you would just lose.
Yeah, sadly, I got
Oh,
my
I already broke the lightsaber. Yeah.
I got my kyber crystal from the dollar store. Shout out, Jake, ABF, all you wonderfully supportive people. I appreciate you so dang much. Okay, back to yelling about whatever I was yelling about.
Lightsaber made in China.
So here was the scoop. On Friday, Dan Bongino was so mad at Pam Bondi, he had to take the day off. So that's the word. A lot of FBI people apparently not particularly happy in the whole Kash Patel Bongino hostage video interview that they did.
Yeah.
It's starting to make a lot of sense. It seems like the word has come down. We're not going after this, and neither of them seem particularly happy with it, but they're team players. They do what they're told.
They also were people who, before they were appointed, said, we're going to release the Epstein files if I'm appointed in this position.
Well, everyone was saying that, though. Everyone was saying that. Trump was saying that. Freaking.
Yeah, he
Trump
was.
only answered questions whenever they were asked.
No, he said it during rallies that he was.
He said it multiple times during rallies that he'd release the Epstein files, and like that was one of his key pushing points.
No, it was not.
Also, Senate confirmation. Everyone seems to forget about Senate confirmation when it comes to getting new attorney generals and directors of the FBI and stuff like that.
There's a lot that has to go into it for sure.
So, and who is it that's vetting these people? Who is it telling Trump this is who you should nominate? Because Trump doesn't. You think Trump is like researching who to nominate for all these positions? No, he has people who tell him. And who are those kind of people?
Jared Kushner.
Literally, yeah, exactly.
Stop it. I know where you're going with that.
No, I'm
Knock it
not.
off.
His
Isaac might, but I'm not.
his closest advisors and his chief of staff, and those are the ones where everyone's like, Trump can't be blamed for anything because it's the people around him who are terrible. And the reason why so many people around him were terrible was because he kept picking terrible chiefs of staff and Jared Kushner's and whatnot. And so this time he hired a bunch of NeoCons and Never Trumpers. So this time, shout out to him, he didn't hire the Never Trumpers, but he's still hiring the lobbyists and the NeoCons and stuff like that.
Dude,
it's showing. And Susie
Wiles, Lindsey Graham, dude, was wild.
Well, yeah, we aren't going to talk about it, but yeah, everyone. It's not just this that's plummeting Trump's approval.
No,
ratings.
part of the issue, Erwin,
sending stuff to Ukraine. Yes.
Trump actually spoke on this a couple times. The issue with hiring people in Washington is that you have to choose from a pool that has security clearance. So I'm not giving excuses. I'm just saying like that's just how the environment is.
All the people in the swamp, and then if you hire outside the swamp, like a Dan Bongino, he gets into the FBI. But he's never worked in the FBI. He doesn't know how it works. He has to learn on the job and stuff like that. He's a fish out of water. So it's good that you get the outsider, but then they don't have the competence. Yeah. So then that way the FBI runs their games and stuff on him, and then bam, all of a sudden completely ineffective. Or he's wanting to do something, but then Department of Justice says, yeah, no, we're not doing that. So and then now everyone's like, Bongino's in on it. Bongino's on the Epstein list. I listen to Bongino's podcast forever.
I don't think he's on it.
Bongino and Patel were our best chances at the FBI, and I question whether or not they're going to be able to pull anything off because people don't seem to understand the situation we're in. We won the election. Everyone went mandate, 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 and then they thought this would all just be easy. Trump just say, do this, everything's solved. Somehow they forgot the first term. I don't know. This is a very, 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 very complicated situation that's going to be very difficult to get out of. And the Epstein case is as complicated and difficult to do as possible. So it's not going to be easy, guys.
Can we make it clear, though, like for everybody out there, can we just make it clear that anyone who has not seen the files is simply speculating? I do not know what's in the files. None of us know what's in the files. Anyone talking about it on Twitter or X or whatever, they don't know what's in the files. And so this is all speculation. Like if you're just like, oh, it's 100% this or 100% that, you don't know shit.
On top of that, Magnum, let's say everyone's like, oh, here's what you're asking for. We're putting it out there. No one's going to be happy with it. They're going to be like, oh, it was doctored, or oh, it's missing this, or it's going to be a mess.
If anything is edited out, if anything is...
How do we know?
They released
on a freaking document that can be edited through Word.
if you guys remember one of our streams a while ago when everyone was going on about the JFK files, they released a bunch more and no one paid any attention whatsoever.
Yeah.
So
I did.
a lot of this on our side is very emotional and very theatric, and a lot of right-wing virtue signaling. It gets everyone all fired up and all emotional and whatnot. And I'm just like, guys, let's just take a breath. Let's be pragmatic. Let's try to look at this a little more realistically, rather than.
I still think
from
the
a
people that are
Q-tard
blindly defending Trump and blindly aiding Trump are stupid. Like, I don't care. Like,
both extremes are
like-
always going to be wrong.
oh yeah, no, exactly. That's kind of what I was getting at. Was it's like, dude, you can't just blindly support someone no matter who they are.
But also to throw it all out the window, like fuck the MAGA movement is stupid too. Like saying that, you know what I mean? So,
But also, don't trust the government.
Right.
Thank you.
And,
Tell that
and
to
these
the
files,
Stop Killing
these
Games
files
people.
have been in the hands of our enemies for a long time, and
that's what Trump wanted to say, but did not say.
They're not
correctly.
going to hand. You think they're just going to hand Trump a home run as soon as he gets in office? I just don't believe it.
He didn't know the best words that time.
He was normally a stable genius. He was a little unstable on that one.
I will also say that Trump fucked this one up pretty badly.
Okay, so back to hiring people. So Susie Wiles, his chief of staff, and then the person in charge of the personnel. God, I forget the name of it. I've got, I think, right here somewhere. Yeah, the Presidential Personnel Office. So I hadn't even heard of this guy, Sergio Gore. The more I hear about these two and Pam Bondi, a lot of these people are connected to some of the same groups and lobbying firms and law firms, and then they get money from weird companies that are then connected to like Chinese companies and all sorts of weird stuff. It's a swamp, and they are seeming super swampy. And if you guys want personnel change, you want Pam Bondi to get fired and replaced by someone good, first you're going to need to get these two people fired and replaced by someone good.
They are
not the only ones, though.
Closest to the president, only in the sense that the chief of staff is in charge of the cabinet, but the
and it's also the
personnel
as well for the president,
right? And the chief of personnel controls everyone who works in the White House.
Well, the personnel, that's all the like chief of staff and all that, that's the higher cabinet positions. And then all the ones below, all the ones we never hear about, they don't write the news stories about, that's this Sergio guy who seems like a real piece of work. I looked into him though. So he's got he worked for like Rand Paul, Steve King, Michelle Bachmann, stuff like that. That's how he got started, but then he slowly gets a little swampier, becomes an associate producer at Fox News. And then for anyone who's a Matt Gaetz enjoyer who thought everything would get done, he officiated the wedding of Matt Gaetz. So I'm not sure Matt Gaetz would have gotten much done either.
So he's a little bit more right wing, but he's also
and it's a super
he's embedded in the swamp.
Yeah. So
Gaetz or Gore or both.
Sergio.
They all end up a little, they all end up a little swampy. And then, guys, there are so many other, just not just FBI and DOJ. We need to worry about.
They're everywhere. Like they are everywhere.
John Ratcliffe did a lot of good. He did a lot of Fox News interviews as well. He was one of the big people on all the Russiagate stuff. He did do a lot of good, and I was willing to give him a little chance. And anytime we get a CIA director in, and I hear no stories about the CIA whatsoever, that concerns me. If there's no mass firings going on and stuff like that, that means the CIA is running the exact same way as it is.
Crazy how nothing has happened with the CIA, right?
And I'm just saying, guys, he's got rat in his name, so.
And this is one of the guys why we had the strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities. ABF, what were you saying?
Pull him up really quick, the picture.
The used car salesman?
That is the haircut of a neocon. They all have the same haircut.
Oh,
I'd say the shit-eating
the Mitt Romney.
Yeah,
that's the Mitt Romney haircut right there.
He's like kind of half smiling, like.
So here's the thing, though. So I'm really glad people aren't going full like Trump cult of personality. We're finally holding him accountable when he needs to be held accountable. We just throw balls and strikes. He does something good, we say, hey, good job. I put my MAGA hat back on after not wearing it for a long time because he's done a good job. It's still on.
Hey, Corn Pop, what should we do though? What should we do?
You
If
don't
Trump
go-
is a sellout. What should we do now then?
The problem is we do a lot of overcorrection. So it's, oh, we love Trump. He's 100% perfect. And then people get disillusioned. And it's merely, Trump's on the list. I know it. We're all screwed. We all just need an armed revolution. And it's just
Should
like,
we all
no,
just
guys,
jump off? Should we all just jump off a
stop-
bridge and vote for
stop
Democrats?
with
Like
the
that's my
emotions
question.
And the overcorrecting. Like, we got to stop. Let's just take a breath, sober up a little, and be a little pragmatic about it.
I just come to the point of, if Trump is on the list,
He keeps dodging questions. He's on the list, but I don't think
here's my thing.
He's diddling anyone.
If he's on the list, if he's actually done something terrible, or if he even hasn't, it's up to him to correct his public image. But the public will end the people that are on the list and doing bad things. But the people need to know if that is the case or not. That's been my position the entire time, is just fucking tell us. Because when the government gets involved, they will do everything they can to stall it for as long as possible, and then they will try to hide it, because that's the government. Don't trust the government, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll be getting
absolutely. That's a great message, though. Don't trust the government, because
100%.
How many times have we been burned?
Thank you, my fellow libertarian.
People calling them out. Retard finder found one. Did not expect this to ever happen. Of course, he shows whatever like one coin or stock is. Our boy, the Bugle Daily. Clown of the day. No, he's been asking for it all week. That's the thing, too. It's not even just the one thing he's done. He keeps tripling and quadrupling down on it, and then also he's sending weapons to Ukraine and whatnot. All the the whole Iran situation. We risked World War III to now. I think we're basically currently back in the same geopolitical situation with Israel and Iran and Gaza right now.
Well, the arms to Ukraine, he kind of smoothed things out like a few days later by saying that NATO paid for it all and our tax dollars didn't. So,
aren't we the ones who fund NATO?
The holy wood chipper does not discriminate if you are red or blue.
And it's not. It's the big boys, the middle guys, and even our dudes. Dirty Jersey. The Trump train is officially derailed into the swamp. Yes, but that doesn't mean. But then it's like, okay, we got a little derailing, and then people want to say, Trump's betrayed us. Trump's in on it. We're all screwed. Black pill. It's just like, go, guys. Come on.
It's better than East Palestine, Ohio.
I just want truth. I just want justice. I just want to see.
I know, but that's okay. Those are. That sounds like leftist like platitudes and gets into starts sounding like right wing virtue signaling.
You're not going to get any of those things from the government.
Exactly. You're not going to get them from the government, but still, it's like, just if you tell us who's on the fucking list,
the government is, but it will be the government telling us who's on the list. So do we trust the government, or do we not? Or do we not trust the government?
No, I don't trust the government. I never have. Throw them in the fucking wood chipper. That's why I said release it all.
Who's deciding? Who's providing the wood chippers? Who's paying for it? Who's putting them in? Who's running
Once
the wood
the
chippers?
documents come out, the people decide.
Funny, X blocked my tweet.
Democrat cover up. When that comes out, we're gonna let the Democrat cover up decide who goes in the wood chipper.
I love mob rule. It always works out the way you expect it.
Yeah, reign of terror. I think we should try out a little reign of terror.
Then you guys don't have any solution to anything. I'm looking for the most viable solution.
Your solution is always to just nuke everything.
That's true.
We're all dead, then nothing matters.
I still want an investigation, even if it is even if it is poison pill. Like I said, let it play out and give us updates on it publicly.
Unfortunately,
that's what I would say.
Give us public
updates.
They will never do that, because they always respond with, "We can't comment on an ongoing investigation." That's what they've said for 50 fucking years. They won't do it.
It would make people over the moon if they just gave us some sort of elusive information that someone's in trouble.
But they won't, and they don't.
No, make it. It's going to be like a year or 2 or probably 5 even. Even if it takes that long, do the investigation.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying,
tell us that you're doing it.
I'm just saying, if they went after Hillary Clinton, I'd be happy.
Okay, but now that's a whole. That's just as big a thing as the Epstein. And you think it's just gonna? The Clinton Foundation has been investigated many occasions, and they continue not getting in any trouble. because
Well,
the government
yeah, I know.
sucks. And you say, hey, we want this investigated. Who investigates the government? The fucking government, guys. All right.
Which is insane.
I find myself not
That's what I
guilty.
I don't know how we're finding my argument a bad argument and a good argument at the same time, because the government investigating the government is never a good idea.
Hayden, the same people that investigate the government are going to release the list.
Yes, and it's not, and
But
the
if you
Democrats all
just
support
dump
it, which means it's going to be. It's
How
going
do
to
you
be
know it's
good.
everything?
At least it's more than we've got.
What Bongino needs to do is just
dump
run up in there with his cell phone, take a bunch of pictures, and then quit, and then post it on X.
Dude, he'd probably be tried for treason or something like
And
that.
here's the thing: it's too late now.
We'll stop him.
Like no one's gonna be happy with what they put out. Now here, let me blast through a little bit of these. Jeremy, D-Day Cobra, Mr. 110% support Trump no matter what, finally is at 99.9% support. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Just occasionally call that 0.1%, strike or ball. Like when Trump throws the pitch into the fucking stands, like call a ball, please. That's all we're asking for. Massive MAGA influences are blocking me right now. As I've said on my live stream over and over again, I don't care about being in the club. Most of these people simply want access. So much of this gets down to access media, and will do whatever to get it / keep it. I've been a Trump supporter since 2016. I will continue to support him, but I will be critical when I see fit. Never apologize. Trump is getting ratioed on Truth Social. It wasn't just like Jeremy and others calling him out. He was getting ratioed on his own website. Real MAGA isn't letting this go. Your own administration wasted time and energy on the Epstein files. Your own administration played this up. So it's basically his own administration was making a big deal and then told us, why are you making this a big deal? And that hypocrisy of it all did not sit well for people. Memology 101. This may very well be the thing that brings the Trump admin down. People voted for him due to his wild nature, his transparency, and ability to shoot straight. This ain't it. And then President Trump personally contacted prominent conservative influencers, urging them to tone down their criticism of his administration's handling of the Epstein case per CNN. So might not necessarily be able to trust it, but the other scuttlebutt is there might be a little outreach. And one of the reasons these influencers love Trump so much is Trump is actually a good person, and he calls these people up on the phone and talks to them. So they feel like he's all friendly and whatnot. So it's not even necessarily a sellout and sort of stuff. Trump's nice, appreciates them, gives them phone calls to wish him like happy birthday, or like they'll announce and they're like, oh, my wife has cancer and all this stuff, making a little announcement. And then Trump will like call and like ask. That's awesome. I love that. That's great.
That is great.
I appreciate him. But then that creates that personal connection. And so it goes even beyond access media to where they don't want to call him out. They don't want to criticize him because like he called and like asked about my sick wife, or like he wished me a happy birthday and stuff. Like I don't want to. So a lot of people then instantly go, oh, it's they're on the Israel payroll or whatever, and it's 90% of this is just humans being humans. And Trump Trump surrogates probably did a little bit of reaching out and damage control. He went ahead and did a non-biased interview with his daughter. I was a little softball-y there. Patrick Halley, always reeling. If there's anything I've learned as of late, it's that Con Inc. is nearly as captured as the mainstream media. We're seeing a lot of the shills out there. Absolutely not transitioning into this after talking about shills. Cat Turd, who I thought was a woman for a really long time. If you no longer support President Trump or the MAGA movement, have the balls to say it here. Proudly put your hand on my reply so I have receipts. Proudly tell the world now how much you hate Trump and all his loyal supporters. Let's see who you are. So a year from now, we can laugh at you. ABF, you think this is a good look?
No, not at all. I stopped following Cat Turd a long time ago. I was just telling Isaac the other day that Cat
You'll
Turd.
notice this.
Cat Turd. He was fun when he was just a cat wearing glasses and we didn't know what he looked like. As soon as he went on Tucker Carlson, he turned into a whole different person from then on out. It's like he got like a giant ego or something. And you can be critical on a single point and not be completely against MAGA.
Geez, man.
Okay. Patriot, I'm going to go with this. I've been married to the same man for 49 years, and there are a lot of times we've disagreed. That doesn't mean we stop supporting each other. We can support Trump and still ask questions. This is not all or nothing issue, and if it is, then you're part of the problem. So now I'm the problem.
Oh my God. He turns it around. Like, come on.
That's the most narcissistic. Okay, that's the most narcissistic comment, though. It's like, oh, so now I'm the problem? It's like, what?
You're more loyal to a man than your country. Super, super duper gay. So
that wasn't even a good response.
He's such a child.
He is.
You're Barmy for a fiver.
Child.
even
He's
if
a
nothing comes from
50-year-old cowboy
oh god,
as a child. Sorry.
I thought
Go
he
ahead.
was a woman because the way he writes in post, I thought he was a woman.
Yeah,
for
I
so
thought
long.
it was a chick too.
Even if nothing comes from Epstein controversy, the turning point backlash puts admin on notice. Yes, 100%. We need to make sure our voice is heard. It's actually, I think, overall a good thing because the biggest problem. So I talked about how I thought maybe we needed another 4 years of some Democrats because I wasn't quite sure if we were ready or if Trump was ready. Trump gets in and he's an absolute firestorm. I'm like, Trump is ready, at least ready enough. I still didn't think we were ready. We needed to go through more pain. And the biggest problems with our side is the Trump cult of personality, which has its spinoff of Q-tards, the QAnon people. I call it the Q-tardification of the right. And then there's the Jew obsessed, either the NeoCons or the ones who blame the Jews whenever they stub their toes. Those are the biggest problem, the biggest concerns with our side. And now, well, currently the Jew obsessed are having an absolute field day where the NeoCons are currently making their big move. It's so strange. Netanyahu comes into town right after. Oh, don't worry, Epstein did nothing wrong. How? That's a little weird, little interesting. Netanyahu's like, I'm gonna nominate you for a Nobel Peace Prize, Trump, and it's like it's a little weird. I don't like this, guys. So the neocons are making their move. Lindsey Graham's getting his missile sent. What are you saying, David?
What I was going to say is, you know how Trump is always like, you're going to get tired of winning. I think that's what's been happening. We've been punching the Democrats into the ground so hard that they don't have any actual competition anymore. Because when you have two different companies and one just goes out of business and the other one just continues on, they don't have any competition to be any better, right? I think that's what's happening right now is the Democrats just are so weak. They're not able to push the Republicans to make good choices.
Yeah,
we talked about
honestly,
this.
I think that I honestly am a little bit optimistic. I think that something's going to come out of this eventually,
I hope
and
so.
maybe
hope
even
so.
maybe even tomorrow. We don't know.
Tomorrow
Now,
might be a little too soon, but
Magnum,
I'm just saying.
I've been calling out nonsenses when I hear the nonsenses. It ain't coming out tomorrow.
I'm saying eventually. I'm saying eventually.
Erwin, you laugh, but whenever Trump does,
I think something will happen.
Whenever Trump does something really, really terrible, sometimes 3 days later, it just gets cleared up. Like literally 3 days later. So I don't know. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying it could.
Okay, well, let's see how much time we got. Okay,
We haven't seen the end, is what I'm saying. We haven't seen the end yet.
Yeah.
I know, and I went all through all of this in the first term when I was following all the Q-tards, and I've heard all of the cope. I've heard all of the 70 chess guys, and I'm sorry. 70 chess 100% of the time is 100% wrong. I'm sorry, and we're gonna go through it because I already watched. I already watched all this play out in the first term with all of the Q-tards. So Viva Frey, Bob Barnes way better as far as the duo goes. Viva Frey, I don't know, he's fine. Replace Bondi. Okay. Oh yeah, great. Blah blah blah. And then appoint a special prosecutor and investigative committee, a church committee for the Epstein case, not just Epstein death or client list, but for everything. And then they need to have 12 months, so a report within 12 months and full public committee hearings to discuss the findings of the report. So the whole Q-tard thing is, oh guys, we just had to have this one committee meeting and then everything is going to be exposed. So just keep waiting, guys. And a big part of it, I almost thought about pulling it up, but I remembered, wait, I don't want to have my credit card information stolen. So I did not go to the QAnon.app to the whole thing. Whole thing was Special Counsel John Durham. It's actually one of the last things he posted before he went dark after Joe Biden won the election and absolutely approved all the Q-tardification. 100% completely wrong. It was all Special Counsel John Durham's gonna solve everything, guys. And it was an absolute con job. No one got in any trouble. The only person who got in trouble for Russiagate was that Klein Smith lawyer guy who completely faked, fabricated the whole Russian hoax thing. He got community service or something like that. So these special prosecutors, they never, ever do anything. So everyone begging for a special prosecutor, you don't understand what you're asking for. All of you are saying that Pam Bondi needs to release things day one. Meanwhile, if you get a special prosecutor, it's going to be 1 to 2 years before you get anything.
Yes, and they're going to finger wag.
And it's going to be a con job. And then the Republicans are going to have their hearing. They're going to grandstand, say, hey, look how great we are. Vote for me, and do absolutely nothing as always. And the other Q-tard thing that they always loved was the Inspector General, Michael Horowitz, the Inspector General. The Inspector General report, guys, it's going to solve everything. Just trust the plan. And so I was looking up Michael Horowitz. I didn't realize this, but in June of this year, he was appointed the Inspector General for the Federal Reserve Board.
Yeah.
Great.
The thing
Nothing
that
is getting
hasn't
done
been
there.
audited.
Yeah. So anyone who thought that might get audited, not happening. And the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the giant slush fund protection racket that Liz Warren runs. So all of you guys asking for inspector generals or anyone else or fire Bondi and replace them, you're just going to get a Bill Barr. I'm sorry.
Again,
it's not gonna work out the
I have
way
a question.
I am
for the panel.
wrong and right at the same time because I have said that the government was going to fuck it up, dump it out, but I'm wrong by saying dump it.
Yeah,
Like, I have
because
a
you want
question
the,
for
you want the con
everybody.
job dumped.
I have a question for everybody. Even if they drop the files and all the people that you want to be on in those files are on there, do you think the Republicans are going to do anything about it?
Oh no.
Well, you
They would
can't
have to.
because the investigation didn't happen. You're just releasing names.
Yeah.
Correct.
No
Yeah,
one's
yeah,
found
that's
even
the-
guilty
How
of
about
anything.
let's say they do investigate it
Torch and
and they
pitchfork.
and they even corroborate
Yeah.
everything. Will
That's
they
why
do
what-
anything about it?
No.
That's why what Hayden is asking for is even crazier because people are literally going to go hit those
It's
those
not
people.
crazier because then they lose all public support, and that's as bad
all,
as it's
not all.
going to get for those people.
They won't lose all though. Like
They
they won't lose all their support. They'll lose probably like 95 to 85% of it.
Sure.
But like there will be
No,
like people who
They're
no
only going
matter
to lose
what.
the swing voters. They're not going to lose their hardcore.
Oh,
Their hardcore
they'll
base
lose-
is completely.
They'll
batshit
lose
crazy.
100 grand getting their face taken off with a new one, just like Face Off, and they're going to get a new identity.
And your alternative position is
John
you get
Travolta?
nothing, and that's where we're at right now.
Well, that
No,
would be the same
You're gonna
thing.
get
as-
nothing. You're gonna get
Yeah.
nothing regardless. Is what I tried to say from the very beginning. And if you're gonna get something, Pam Bondi and the FBI have to actually investigate it, and that would take a very long time to do.
No.
And they
No,
have
because
all
the
of
best
the roadblocks
that you could get from any of this is their names get released and there's public ostracization, and then they have to try to find a way to
That's
like
not
rebuild their public image.
a justice
That's
system.
all you're
so-
ever going to get from it.
I disagree.
So it's not gonna. Then yeah.
So
You're
here's a
not going to
question.
get anything. Then.
Here's another question. All
Correct.
right, so
Yeah,
this
that's
is
what
the-
I thought I was going to get in the end, anyways. So I'm
Correct.
fair.
Which is
I-
why I
I
was so
took the
annoyed
one
with the
option-
binder people. Everyone was obsessed. Where's my binder? Where's my binder? I knew it was in that binder immediately after 2 minutes of looking into it, and I knew we weren't going to get anything. And that's why I said it's all you morons who thought we were about to get something. You are the problem because you don't understand the situation.
I took the one
Con job.
option of the only way that we're ever going to see anything
Yeah,
is if you
nukes.
dump the
Get the
files.
nuke emote. Where-
I,
Yep.
I
You have the
still
nuke emote.
think
Nuke emotes in
Hayden,
chat,
if
please.
people would overwhelmingly say do
Nothing's
an
gonna
investigation
happen.
instead of release it, it
It's-
actually might push in that
The
direction. But
FBI
what?
has already destroyed.
Like, that's the
files
best
they
that
can
hope for,
don't
in my-
do
in
the
my
exist
mind.
Democrats
anymore.
do the Democrats win the midterms then because we all just give up?
Well,
Like, is that
wait,
what's
hold,
gonna
wait,
happen?
wait 1 second. Sorry, that's our last tabs.
Okay.
We gotta get back on track. I got dog sitting. I gotta do. Sorry.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
Want to go back to the Q-tardification because no one ever wants to listen to me. I was down in the trenches. I've seen when I say I've seen all of the cope, I've seen all of the 70 chess. I fucking mean it, guys. I mean it. So a lot of people don't understand how the Q-tardification works because if they don't say QAnon, you don't understand. So this was Rasmussen. This was him pointing out that 4% drop overnight. Just keep in mind, everything we are seeing right now that looks so awful is what will allow them to complete the mission, the plan, guys. We all just need to take a deep breath. It's already handled, no matter how much it looks like it isn't. That's the idea, guys. It's supposed to look bad. This is full-blown QAnon stuff.
Yep.
When I talk
Yes,
about the
it is.
Q-tardification of the right,
45 times 5 is his name.
Yeah, look at
anyway.
his handle.
yeah, and then and the description looks like this dude's super fake. It's 5,000 following, 4,500 followers. Christian, blessed by God with my amazing wife and soulmate. Huge Trump supporter. Believe he is greatest president we may ever see. God put
may
him in.
ever see.
Hashtag MAGA. Okay, so this is something I wish all the Q-tards would have discovered. Operation Trust. During the Soviet Union, there was a counterintelligence operation carried out by the GPU where essentially they said, oh, hey guys, there's a secret there's a secret group within the military who are actually anti-Soviet, and we're all gonna save the day. For those who didn't follow the Q-tards, they thought the military was gonna come save us. They thought Mike Pompeo was trying to save us and stuff like that. Absolutely insane. How actually like hiring Bill Barr is really a good thing because he's a big deep stater, so he knows the deep staters better than anyone. That sort of crap. You ever see that sort of cope? It's Q-tardness, and I'm telling you, all that 70 chess 100% of the time is wrong. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm just saying.
Sorry.
Ronald Reagan said it
I agree.
best. The 9 most terrifying words in the English language are "I'm from the government. I'm here to help."
100%. That's so. We see the random bot accounts on Twitter, but then I mentioned this the last time, and so Alex was so he couldn't believe it so much that he came up with 70 chess about how the Trump was holding the blackmail against the deep staters, but then this was a special deal, so that way like the deep staters would let him rule, and then he was just like holding it over them, and it was actually like just a threat, and it was embarrassing, and then he started fake crying. 100% of the time, if you are coping and seething and talking about 7D chess, I'm sorry, you are wrong. I do it to myself all the time. If you and the Democrats agree, you are either wrong or they're up to something. And 99% of the time, you're just wrong. I have these rules, not for all of you. I have these rules for me. I'm just trying to share them with you guys. 7D chess is never real. Okay.
It's not.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thank you. All right. Luke Radowski, 2026 looks like it will be a landslide. Well, you guys said what? It was TDS. Well, then let's go to Robert Barnes, who is very much so pro-Trump, the other half of Viva Frey. The most upset voters re-Epstein files are exactly who blah blah identified: young, independent, working class, new Trump voters. The same voter group also unhappy about Iran war risk and Ukraine escalation. If Trump loses these voters, GOP is toast in 2026. I haven't been able to hold my nose and vote for him. Thankfully, I live in a super red state, so I have the privilege to be able to do that. I've not been able to do it. Trump gets in, absolute just bull in a china shop. I'm like, I cannot wait for the midterms. The MAGA hat went back on. Right now, I don't know if I'm voting in the midterms. That's bad. That's really, really, really bad, Trump, because normally the opposition party takes more votes just because everyone hates the government and is mad, so they say, we'll vote for the other guys. So normally during midterms, the opposition party gets in. This whole mandate we have was always a lie, a dangerous lie that everyone was telling for some reason. It's a razor-thin margin, and it was the Republicans to lose, and they are doing everything they can to lose it. Magnum, we haven't heard from you in a bit. Your thoughts on the Republicans doing everything they can to lose it, and what you think the Democrats' chances are despite having the worst polling ever.
So just to explain my thought process for what I'm going to do in the midterm, I am going to vote. I'm not blackpilling. I hate communism more than I hate this shit.
Yeah. Well, it's not voting for Democrats. It's not having that energy for people to get up off their butts and actually go vote. It's not people switching their votes. It's just them not voting.
If they don't go and vote, then we're just handing it over to them.
Which that's the midterms is there's no president to vote for, so people just don't really care. The only people who vote are the boomers, and then it makes it easier for all the voter fraud to have a bigger effect too, because there's less of a turnout, so the fraud has a bigger effect on it. ABF, looks like you have some thoughts.
I was gonna say, don't get discouraged from voting in like primaries and stuff like that, or it's not.
That's the other problem. If we really want to solve things, we need to care more about primaries. We also really need to care more about local and state politics. It's just hard. I'm politics. Even I don't know about that stuff. I don't know who my fucking mayor is. And that's why midterms, why the opposition usually wins, because people aren't as tuned into midterms.
Yeah. The first time I voted, it was kind of scary. There's a lot of questions on that ballot. So if you just if you grab your sample ballot, which comes in the mail, you have to sit down for like 25 minutes and look up every single person. It's a pain in the ass. You don't have to vote on everything, but just vote on all the ones you think are important after looking them up.
Yeah.
This doesn't suddenly make the Democrats a viable option, okay?
No, it doesn't.
But at the same time, even Steve Bannon pointed out GOP could lose like 40 seats in midterms over Epstein and lots of other things. And this dude is very, very, very much so a Trump supporter. He wasn't always the best, but him and Jack Posobiec, how far they've come is incredible. And both of those two have been holding Trump's feet to the fire. The whole Iran-Ukraine
Bannon went to prison for Trump.
And he refused, and the whole executive privilege, he refused to testify, and that's why he went, because he's like, nah, screw you guys, this is illegal. I'm supporting my president and whatnot, and not telling you guys this.
They do need to do something. They do need to do something. If they don't do anything, then yes, they're going to lose a ton of seats.
Yes, and then that means we'll get maybe one little scapegoat who does some community service or something, and say, "Aren't you guys happy?" Well, actually, one thing I did have it up. There was the surgeon who was giving people fake COVID jabs and like saying they'd gotten them and whatnot, who the DOJ had been persecuting the crap out of. Oh, all of a sudden the DOJ drops the charges.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're already trying to do things to try to make the base happy. You are going to need to do a lot. ABF looked like you had a thought.
Oh no, I was just taking a deep breath because I was sighing over things.
I thought you were taking a pretty deep breath to go on a rant.
He's got a toilet built into his chair, so taking a dump.
All right, so
how do you know?
All right, so I almost skipped over this one. The other 70 chess like huge tartification is now like Ghislaine Maxwell is like, I'm willing to talk. So now everyone's like, Ghislaine Maxwell, get her on the floor of Congress, have her testify. She knows all the names. They won't give us the names. She'll tell us all of the names, guys.
She could easily manipulate though. Like she could either say like anyone's on the list. That's even if that's even if she testifies though, because
nothing ever comes out of these hearings. If she did, it'd most likely be a behind closed doors one as well.
Oh yeah,
and we'd never get the transcript. So, everyone like Hercules who thinks this is going to solve the problem, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to be a downer. I'm not trying to be a black pillar. It's reality of it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Now
we just love this. This is just great.
Hey, little bit of hope.
I'm so fucking tired.
This is a shitty situation, a terrible situation.
Well, Hayden, I know, but. Oh wait, well, Hayden, are you saying we need to stop talking about it? Why
I'm not. I'm saying I personally am tired.
Yeah, Hayden, let's see you stop talking.
Yeah, you sound like Starbuck over there, Hayden.
Yeah,
Hayden, I get it's like me and like Superman. Like at a certain point, it's just like I'm done with it.
Dude, Geeks and Gamers Daily today was the Superman Daily show, and I was like, I don't fucking care. Like,
I've been tired of Superman for a while.
Oh yeah, that shit gets old, man.
I just get tired of.
I'm still gonna watch it.
The walking in the circle of
you're gonna love it or hate it.
Fucking happen, and that's just how I feel about this.
Correct. And if something is gonna
I'm
happen,
gonna purposely
we need time
fence it on the movie.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, it's like it's like a 5 or 6 out of 10. So fence sitting is the correct one.
That's where I'm at.
I would argue.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to watch it.
One last bit, and then we'll skedaddle. So Laura Trump went on with Benny. And she tried to soothe the base. She says, President Trump hears the base on this issue. Well, then he needs to say it with his mouth instead of what he said today.
Yeah, no
and knows
kidding.
how important it is. And Trump will set things right. There needs to be more transparency. I think that will happen. I know this is important to the president. He is frustrated. He's going to want to set things right. I believe there will be more coming. And anything they're able to release, they will try to get out. They hear it and understand it. To anyone worked up out there, there's no plot to keep this information away. I'm sure we will know down the line. So
I just want to point something out real quick.
Okay, well, I'm going to point out, if this is true, it's going to be a special prosecutor, and then you're not going to get what we want. If Trump does something, it seems if we get something tomorrow, like you said, something big tomorrow, it's going to be him announcing a special prosecutor. So that way, 2 years from now, nothing will happen. All right, what were you saying, Pedro?
I was just going to say, like, she keeps saying, I think, I, and I'm like, so this is nothing. This is just your speculation.
She has no power, apparently.
Sources are telling me that my dad is like totes frustrated.
They're all on my desk, but there's nothing I can do. There's just nothing I can do.
She had all the documents.
It's on my desk, but I can't do anything with it. Like, I would have to lift my arms to do something.
Metaphorically on her desk.
Yeah, they're all metaphor.
That was the worst part about the whole thing.
Xena Warrior Princess solves all of our problems. Oh wait, no, that was more Muslim. I forget how she did it.
Just watch Spartacus.
Oh,
you won't be disappointed with her attire.
Boobicus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Boobicus.
TV show.
Wait, is it the classic like one boob where they do like the toga one boob?
No, there's a lot of booba in that show.
Oh, I know, and wiener too. Right?
There is a lot of that also. Yeah, Isaac would love it.
A lot of peen.
All right, ABF.
Great show though.
Where do you see Trump going with this? Is he going to learn his lesson and start listening, or is he going to keep tripling down?
I think he's gonna go like the middle road with it somehow, and it's just gonna make everybody even more agitated. I would like to see him do what's right. I just see him making everyone angry, continuing on.
he's got dug the hole so deep. No matter what he does, and everyone's gonna be mad at him still. The White House put up the Superman poster with Trump's face on it, and it got demolished. Hayden, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you know, all the memes were fun until he started making missteps, and now all that stuff it's not funny anymore. So
it's not
lost
funny.
it.
Hayden, where do you think Trump's going with this?
I think Trump is going to take the route of, like ABF said, he's going to try to find a middle ground, but it's going to take a while before he realizes he needs to do that. I think we've missed our opportunity. We will never learn anything. This is a cold case as far as I'm concerned. And just, I hate to say it, but it goes on the shelf because we're not going to learn anything.
Yes, and then, like as Trump pointed out in his truth post that made everyone mad, there's lots of other things he wants the FBI investigating and going after. So it's like that is true, and those are ones a lot of the stuff he actually can get some stuff done. This is too high up. You're not. So at the same time, it's going to be a lot of time wasted and wheel spinning when we could be going after stuff that he actually can get done. So then does it end up being a waste of time? That is currently, I think, the argument he was trying to make. Magnum, do you think Trump is going to keep telling us to stop worrying about it and talking about it? Or do you think he's at least going to wake up enough to, all right, we'll look into it?
So Trump, what some people forget, not everyone, but people forget that he loves having the love of the people. So when he loses favor amongst his own base, he's going to do something about it. I don't know what. He can only do so much because, like, I do agree with Hayden. I think a lot of this shit has gone like a fart in the wind, you know. And also, I do partially understand what Trump is saying when he says that a lot of this stuff, a lot of the files are bullshit or
plea deals. Can the government just say takes these backsies on plea deals? I don't think they're allowed to do that, are they? And like we'll get Ghislaine. If you got like Pete, I don't think you're allowed to say takes these backsies, right?
Well,
you didn't call no Burnsies though.
If you are, the fact that today it came out that AutoPen was used to sign all of those last minute pardons, including Fauci, that would be something.
That's something I want him to go. That's something I would like him to go after is all the AutoPen stuff. I'd like him to keep harassing Jerome Powell till he can get rid of him.
I think he will go after that rather than going after the Epstein stuff. And the Epstein stuff, honestly, I think it's bigger because it implicates more people.
The Democrats figured out though that this is only going to end up hurting Trump and the Republicans. No matter what happens, it's going to hurt them. Like even AOC's like, oh, of course, a rapist wouldn't get the Epstein files.
Yeah, they didn't come out in favor until they saw that Trump was not going to release it. Once they found out that he was not going to release it, they were like, oh yeah, he should release it.
None of these Democrats really cared about the releasing of the files until Trump opposed releasing it.
Exactly.
Yeah. None of them cared. Like I'm seeing like AOC, freaking Gavin Newsom, freaking Ed Krasenstein, they're all talking about this. They're like, oh, like he should release it. I'm like, none of you
They
cared.
just think Trump is in the files. That's the only reason that they care. They don't care.
Everyone already knows he was on the same planes, so it's nothing new.
Flew on that plane, but it was a charter plane. But that's all they know about. So they're like, release it at this point. And they don't care who they hurt on their own side.
Oh yeah, it's just cannon fodder. Cannon fodder.
Yeah,
I agree with you up to that part where you think they're just going to kamikaze themselves. I don't think that's
well, then not the Clintons. The Clintons aren't going to allow that to happen. They're not going to let themselves get blown up. The Clintons and the Obamas are still in power.
I think those pawns that they'll definitely let be taken out, but I don't think the higher ups like the Clintons or the Bushes. I don't think.
Well, look at how the Democrat Party works. They bring in some random unknown person, raise them up to higher levels, and then we all know who they are.
But then they don't raise them up to the highest levels of the Democrats, and those are the ones who would be getting implicated. They're not going to implicate their high level people.
Yeah, they will, because then they can just move up the people a level under them.
The high level people already cover their tracks. If you ask me, I think they already, if they were in the files, they took themselves out of it a long time
throwing
ago.
big boys under the bus. It never ever happens. Will never happen.
They
I
wiped
think
that
they'll
shit
take out the
clean
faces,
years ago.
the public faces, but the people behind the scenes, like the people who, like, I don't think the powerful people, like, I don't think we're gonna see like.
I bet you
Clinton go
Hillary was in
down. I
there
don't
with a
think.
black marker, just
The
marking
fun
shit
part
out.
is, the fun part is, we'll never fucking find out because it's going nowhere.
Correct. Yes.
Yep.
All right. Patriot, you didn't fully get it. Where do you think Trump's going with this? You think he's going to double down, keep it on the base,
Honestly,
or you think he's going to start listening?
based on his history, I think he's going to start listening. I don't know how much is going to come from him listening, but I hope something comes of it. I think based on his history, something like he'll start trying to do something, but that doesn't mean that something's actually going to happen just because he tries to do something.
Yeah, it'll never be enough, but he'll try.
I hope so.
I just don't see it turning out well. And essentially, if he does the best he can, his base at this point still not going to be happy with it.
It's a rock and a hard place.
They want blood and vengeance, essentially, and they're not going to get it. And then they're going to turn that bloodthirst against Trump, and it's going to hurt him in the midterms.
He hasn't even gone after his own assassins. It's crazy.
That's true.
Exactly. And that's something they're actually a potential where they could expose it a bit more. That's a lot lower than what's going on with the Epstein stuff. And even that, they can't manage. They can't even manage to get the assassination stuff. Yeah, exactly. All right. So, got to get out here, do some dog sit, and then play some Destiny. Tomorrow, I will be on Badger Stream, and we will raid straight into ABF Stream, which Hayden will be on, and then they will be raiding into the GCA stream that they will both be on.
One big circle jerk.
Anything else you two wanted to plug?
No, that was it. I just didn't like the way you did the finger, like of you're going you're rating.
So
wasn't a big fan of that part. That's usually what I do.
Doctor, no.
There's an attack from Mael in Expedition 33 where she summons like a little magic sword out of the ground. So it essentially just looks like a big sword goes up their butt. So I have like a whole montage of me just saying, right up the butt.
The human centipede community.
And then, Patriot, did you have a channel you wanted to plug or anything by chance?
I mean, I have my YouTube channel where I've been uploading a lot recently, and I've got a review for Red Dead 2 coming out soon that I'm working on, and
love it.
I'm pretty excited for that.
Isaac, you mind snagging the link to his channel and throwing that in chat? I would very much so appreciate that. Yeah. So, it's mostly gaming. Oh, I already got it up. Jake Martin, appreciate you, homie. All right, and then Magnum, anything you wanted to plug or any last words you wanted to say for your outro?
Not really. I'll be around. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with my channel, what direction I want to go with it, because I don't want to copy everybody else.
Just do a thing, and then if you don't like it, just stop for a while. I haven't put a video in like 3 months. So.
I do enjoy making videos where I get to talk about what I kind of like editing and stuff. So I'll probably do more of that. But aside from that, I started playing God of War 3 again today. It's been 13 years, and that game is amazing. Everyone should play it again if they have.
The intro when you start fighting on like the Titans and whatnot is one of the best video game intros ever made.
It's
if you
much
have
better.
A consistent internet connection, just stream that.
I do love the new ones too because the combat is amazing, but this game is just relentless, and it's like heavy metal. And if you ask me, like I just want to play some Megadeth and play that shit. So I love that.
I haven't heard of Lo-Fi Villain, but I might need to look into that. Absolutely appreciate all of you. We'll just do a quick little thing to end it. Oh wait, hold on. Was there anything you wanted to say while I redirect a Price of Reason live like a good boy? ABF, tell everyone why they should play Destiny 2. I mean, something politics.
My channel's dying. I need help. I keep shedding subscribers because they're not interacting with my channel. So please sub over there.
No.
Number keeps going down, not up. It's triggering me.
I'm gonna unsub really quick.
How dare you? Okay, let's see. We'll be going to Price of Reason live.
Nice.
So on ABF's channel, I was actually unsubscribed. Like,
I knew it was you.
But I didn't do it. I just had to search your channel, and I was like, "Why the fuck am I not subscribed? I'm on your channel all the time."
I had to refollow Badger on Twitter the other day, and it's just like, come on! I at the dude like every stream. If people are in my DMs, maybe we continue following them. Twitter, just throwing it out there. Absolute
Yeah.
pleasure to have you all here. We're gonna go straight into some Price of Reason live. Appreciate you all so dang much. We'll see you next week. Hopefully we have
Bye.
some better